Hi, this is Christine Cherry, and this is day 78 of Quattro University's 90-Day Challenge. I had to do an assignment yesterday for Sensei Ron Thomas's class, and that was to watch the movie Coach Carter. This is a recent movie. It starred Samuel L. Jackson. This is the cover. And it's about a basketball team in a school up in Richmond, Northern California, which is kind of funny because I'm from Northern California, but I was a little more south of that. Richmond is north of San Francisco, and I was south of San Francisco. But this movie was really fascinating. It's about this team that's fairly dysfunctional. These are young, mix of white and black teenagers that are in this basketball team. The team does the worst in the state. They haven't gone to the finals ever. And they're very unfocused, undisciplined. They have no direction in their lives. One of them is involved with a drug dealer. And they really have no father figures in their life. And Coach Carter comes in and he takes these young men and he teaches them that their lives have value. He makes them all address each other as sir and address him as sir. And he is right away, immediately, like in the first 15 minutes of meeting them, he establishes that dominant without being domineering father figure that the young men of that age really need. And this case is based on a true story about the original coach who locked his winning team out of the gymnasium because their academic grades were so poor. And that's emphasized heavily in this movie, how the sports is fine and he can get a winning team by coaching them, but they also need to be winners in the classroom as well. And he forces them to maintain a certain grade point average so that in the eventuality, if they ever decide they're not going to pursue sports, they can go on and they can have, they can attend a university, college, whichever, get bachelor's degrees, and do something with their life that will help outside of the basketball court. And it's especially good because there's a high rate of physical injury, especially in heavy sports like basketball. And so they'll have something to fall back on if they ever get injured to the point where they can't play anymore. But it was an excellent movie about teamwork, about discipline. He pushes these kids really, really, really hard, harder than they've ever done physically. And yet, in doing that, he gets them disciplined, gets them focused. He gets them to the state championships. And they get further than they ever would have without him. And they learn respect for themselves, as well as respect for him and the education process. It's a wonderful movie. I highly recommend everybody watch it. It is so inspirational. It's called Coach Carter, and it stars Samuel L. Jackson. And even if you are not a fan of Samuel L. Jackson, he gives a wonderful performance in this, and it's a very inspiring movie. This is Christine Cherry. It's day 78 of Quattro University's 90-Day Challenge. I hope you have a good evening. Thank you and good night.